Hello, kittens. This cat ball right in front of the camera. And nobody can see. Oh, what does that sound like? High fives. Hey there. Hey, Cody. It's getting hard to tell Cody and Mace apart because they're so light. Come on over. Come on, Coog. Bless you. Right now, the current plan is for Rex to stay with fives, but I may change that, just so everybody knows. One of the reasons why is I was just thinking that they're going to need a new collar pretty soon if they're going to be staying longer. And say Cody and fives would be easy to tell them apart. You guys get your noses. I will decide for sure by this evening who will need to stay with Rex. I mean fives. The reason why I picked Rex originally was because they're both very active and they wrestle. Rex, leave the butt alone. Nobody likes having noses stuck up their butt. Okay. Let's check your incision. Looks good. So Echo would be a good candidate to stay with fives because she's ferocious. But somebody does need to stay because otherwise Rex would be here alone. Maze. Stop that. It's okay to snuggle him, not with your face in his butt. The reason why Cody and Rex have the shaved belly is because they have, I forget the term, it's like a lotus, um, escaped lotus or something like that, where their testicles did not descend, so they had to basically go in and hunt for them. There's 3 kittens there like that, and 2 of them was mine, and that really pushed back the whole procedure. I don't even think they could do everyone. Water things off. What are you guys? You're making a mess with the water again. Chris? Water.
What?
Water.
Get your head back.
Nala likes having a buddy, so Uncle Kougra come visits. Uncle Kougra will still visit next week when after the adoption event, and it's entirely. I've just started debating the possibility of a trillion visit. That's not saying it's going to happen. I'm thinking about it. Because one of the things I'm thinking about is how well will she show on cam? Because when she gets in here, she's going to sniff everything. Hey, Rex. So since I'm still evaluating who need to stay with fives, it's not any way indication who's being adopted with who. Pairs, they could be a pair adopted, but one stays here, like George and Parker. Primarily my choice will be based on what's best for fives and the kitten I choose. It's not based on viewer comfort. Mace is in contention for that being chosen to stay behind just because I would like to give her a little bit more socialization, and I think with mom gone, it'll turn her into a really sweet cat. Oh, hey, Coop. Now, Chris, there's a cam right there on top of the kennel.
I see it. The sky cam?
Yep.
Looks like water was spilled through it.
Yep. If the container gets empty, somebody starts moving it around.
Yeah. Yeah. Step it. Step it.
Right now, I'm looking at each kitten and figuring out the pros and cons of them staying here. Last week, Keeli was a bit hand shy, but she's totally got over that. Maze is still a little hand shy though. Echo is fearless and will play with Rex and our fives and beat them up and they'll chase each other around. There's a possibility of keeping Nala here. But I probably would not choose Nala. I think Fives needs a kitten playmate, and even though Nala's still a kitten herself, you guys would have your water wouldn't be getting so empty so fast if you didn't quit knocking it over. Hey, Fives. Fives has some sort of nasal thing going on. The vet saw it and decided to defer neutering him. So he's on antibiotics now until the medicine is gone, which could be a 10-day supply. But the person who is chosen to adopt fives will still get to adopt fives, just late. And the can will stay up. I will, see. I will use the Skycam as the adoption status page on Saturday. Now I can use this cam because they'll all be there. Oh, I did catch, or I believe I caught, Trillian and Kougra snuggling in the sunbeam. But the moment I opened my bedroom door, Trillian shot up and ran towards the door, leaving Kougra looking pretty bewildered. Hey, Echo. Hey, Rex. Keely, get your nose out of his butt. So I will say that I'm leaning right now. Rex! Leaning towards Mace because I would like to give her more socialization. Again, this decision I'm deciding will be in the best interest of fives and the other kitten chosen, not on viewer comfort or desires. Or even mine. I'd love to hold Echo back. One pro with keeping a kitten that doesn't look just like fives, as Rex does, would allow me to take their collars off because they're growing fast and they're already starting to get tight. Still plenty of room, but they're tighter than they were when I put them on. This little Maze, you'll notice that she just always sits away. Let's see, Keely, fives, Rex, Maze. So that's Cody up on my back. Kougra's playing back on. It was slow like. He's just playing. I love the echo ballet like this. She used to be able to fit in one hand. Let's see if I can stretch her out any. Nope. Look, he got his collar. He got his collar. You asked for that, Rex. He was just playing. He was very gentle. Now, Mama, if you had done that to Mama, she would have funny kicked your face off. Yeah, I put my finger in his mouth and I barely felt it. See, this is how, they're learning how to interact with the bigger cats, too. You wrapped yourself around his face and bunny kicked him. I don't want to hear no grief from you. Maze is the right choice. I'll let Susan know, my kitten dealer. He knows you fives. Nobody wants to see your butt. Oh, they trimmed your front claws. Or they took the tips off of them. Maybe just yours. Coog's having a drink. Not supposed to breathe the water, Coog. Echo. Get your face out of his butt. I like how I saw either Rex or Five, one of them, had that purple mouse in their mouth, and they were jumping up like they were going to throw it, but they didn't throw it, so they ended up just jumping up and flailing their front paws out multiple times. Hey, Cody. Here we go. Nala's tired. She's fighting to keep her eyes open. Hans shot first. Get him. Hi, Cody. Cody's a real sweetheart. Now it's not too late to put in your application for these kittens, but I would highly recommend that if you're holding back, don't wait till the last minute. Put it in today. Even if you're not chosen, you'll likely become an alternate, which means if a primary adopter doesn't show or changes their mind, you become the primary adopter. And yes, we've had no shows at adoption events or last minute cancels. Leave my feet alone. Troublemakers. Keely and Cody. Ow, ow, ow. Nella's using the Han mouse as a pillow. She's falling asleep. Here, Maze. So Maze will be staying with Fives. It's the right choice. She needs a little bit more socialization. She's making great progress, like Keely did. And I think having just her and Fives would make the difference. And Kougra. And potentially maybe kind of iffy Trillian. Again, I am just thinking about Trillian. I'm more inclined to not. But I'm entertaining the possibility. Get off my toes. Jeez. Okay, Maze, you can play with my toes. Well, the people who are contacted to let them know that they're primary or alternate adopters will be sworn to secrecy. If you are chosen, please do not admit out loud. You can tell people on Saturday after you sign your adoption papers. Yes, even though fives will be staying here, fives and maids will be staying here. They, I need to talk with Susan. Probably adopt. We cannot finalize their adoptions because Perfect Pals cannot legally treat the kittens unless they own the kittens. Or I wouldn't say legally. It's a guide. I forget the limitation on it, but Perfect Pals needs to retain ownership. There's possibly a restriction on the usage of the funds for neuter, spaying, etc., etc. Their public free neuter spay project is paid by donations. I'm just rambling, thinking out loud. Let's take a look at your belly. Looks good. So when Rex and Maze comes back from the adoption event, I will take their collars off, their bands, because you'll be able to tell them apart visually. Or fives and Maze. If I said Rex, whoops, sorry. Hi, Rex. If you have not heard yet, I have a second cam up now. It's a test. It'll probably stay Skycam, but again, this is just testing the new Kitten Cam PC. I'll be switching the main cam over to it later. See how it can have the Kitten Cam PC can handle broadcasting two cams at the same time. If it's successful, the current Kitten Cam PC will be a backup. And the benefit of switching to this new setup is that there won't be the only computer that'll be on in here will be a low-powered laptop, which is just the webcams are connected to, and they're transferring the signal to another computer. So there won't be any fan noises. I'll be able to adjust the microphone, so I don't want. Because right now the mic volume is set to filter out the quieter noises, and I'll be able to lower that so that you can hear the kittens a little better. Now, when you adopt a kitten, they're going to want to play with your hand. As you can see here, I try petting him, and he's like, "No, play." Same thing that happened with Trillian. You know, they The only time they're really sweet, they tend to be really sweet, is when they're tired. They're either playing or sleeping. But when if they do grab a hold of your hand, just let your hand go limp. Don't make your hand into a play toy. Otherwise, they'll become an adult thinking your hand is a play toy. Watch. I'm gonna let him grab hold, and I'll just go limp with my hand. He stops biting. He starts bathing. So my hand is not a toy to him. Well, it's a toy, but it's not solely a toy. Now when Trillian walks up and I pet her, she takes my hand as a petting device. It feels good, not as something to chew on. Oh, nice pounce there, Keely. Well, Coog, you about ready? I'll take that as a no. Oh, with my op cam, if you want to get to it, easy way to get to it is to um, hold down the shift or control key and click on my picture above the chat if you're in full screen mode, and you'll see the Skycam there. It is not the same Skycam I use, but I just gave it the same name. Kougra absolutely adores cheek rubs. That ready, boy? I gotta get back to work. Looks like the kittens are winding themselves back up again. I'll bring my tablet next time so that I can adjust the sky cam a little bit more, tilt it this way so it's less wall, more action, and I'll see about zip tying it down. Now, when I say if I get the kittens knock it down about how becoming litter box cam, the cam won't be in the litter box. It'll be suspended above the litter box, probably pointing down. Nice. Thank you, Rex. Actually, you can do it from here because I can remote into the Kitten Cam PC and get a live view. If you're curious how I get around on between the computers, I use a program called Splash Top. It allows me to remote desktop into the Kitten Cam PC to restart it, for example. Interesting enough, I stopped using this laptop because the trackpad stopped working and nothing I did would turn it back on. But once I started using it as a Kitten Cam PC, it works. It does cost on the cell phone, but I think on PCs it's free for personal use. Oh. It's fairly good security with it. You can have optional PIN. It automatically locks the desktop when you connect, so you have to enter the desktop password. But I would recommend not using the same password to use on any other site with it. Which is just good business sense. Good, makes good sense. You were not trimmed. Cody, you are still sharp. So they trimmed one kitten, at least. Now, do not smack the water bowl. So you're the one who's causing all this aqua grief. One way one reason why a lot of people use one password for an account is because it's easier than remembering multiple passwords. One thing you can do is take your regular password and append to the beginning or the end a letter from the domain name, such as, for example, Facebook would be F, or you could use K at the end. It gives you an internal formula to come up with multiple passwords that'll be easy for you to figure out. Okay, now I'm in. Nice shirt, John. Look at that logo. Come on, let me get over a little bit. Kitten Cam Con. Okay, I guess if I want to move it away from the wall, I need to quit blocking the wall. But you still got to be able to see the top of the Enterprise. I have these Velcro zip ties that become very handy, and you can string them together. I'd open up the door. That's what you see there. Oh, I'll give them their strontium today then. I'll do that next visit because I gotta go to work. There we go. Well, I was going to show you the lamp, but I just zip tied the camera down. Oh, there's a lamp. Test that out by getting out of the way. Hey, now, nice slipping up next to Kougra. That looks good. You can see this corner here. What am I doing? Coaxing the jump on my leg. Disconnect from computer. So thankfully you were trimmed. So that's all I need to do is just walk around and wait till they jump on me to see who's been trimmed and who hasn't. Fives. Okay. You ready, Coog? Time to go. When he was weak from being sick, he wasn't moving and he was suffering from muscular atrophy. I started exercise once I realized what was going on. I started doing butt lifts to exercise his hind muscles. And I'm gonna do this until you get too tired to elevate his butt. Ready, bud? Say goodbye to everyone. Enjoy the kittens. Have a nice day.